All right, guys, here we go with our. This is a highly contested. You stuff these talents on the 85s in the mini senior class. This should be interesting. Kevin and Jimmy up in the tower, and myself and Wheels down here. We're going to call it from the deck right by the starting line. Wheels, you're our social media guy for this event. Give everybody an idea of the hashtags and all those things they can use when they go home and start posting photos, videos, and everything else once they finally get some darn service around here.
Yeah, we want to see all the photos and videos and stuff you guys have been taking throughout the week. Post them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Use the hashtag LorettaLMX, LLMX, LL17, and Roto Lorettas. I'll personally go through some this next couple weeks, and we'll find some good ones and repost. And yeah, you never know, you might see ours show up on Racer X and or Loretta NMX.
Here we go. Let's drop the hammer and drop the gate in mini senior. A lot of pressure here on Caden Amarine trying to bring this one home. And let's see if he can do it. I think that's him near the front here at the start. Bell helmet, toe shot award on the line. Yeah, I think that's the 32. I'll tell you what, there is so much pressure on this dude. Had never gotten a Moto medal, no podiums in his career at Loretta's. Got second in the first Moto. That was a breakthrough. Then he won Moto number 2. So now he's got a chance to win a title.
And you know what team he rides for, right?
Rides Unlimited. Oh, yeah, they got a whole arm's worth of Rolexes ready to hand out to this kid. Richest team in amateur motocross. Not afraid to help these dudes out. Now we're just kidding around. All right, he's got the lead. Nathaniel Thrasher had the run going for half of this class, Moto 1 and half of Moto 2. Then he had a huge crash in the sand, and bike got stuck on a hay bale. M's the brakes at Loretta's. So Caden Amarine is the one to try to take advantage of that right now.
Back section of the race.
Yeah, go ahead. What do we got the points scenario in this one, dudes?
Yeah, it looks like Amarine is tied up with Max Volan. Nope, I take that back. He's got a 2-point cushion. He's got 3 points. Max Volan's got 5. 7 points for Joshua Varese. So Amarine doing exactly what he needs to do. And all he can think about are those deluxe Rolex watches and yachts and champagne dreams and caviar nights coming his way.
Oh, they got the limo, the stretch limo with the kiddie pool in the back for these mini cycle riders.
Yep.
Look at Thrasher going through. I believe that's Varese moving up to second. So Thrasher is essentially just a spoiler at this point, right, after that second Moto?
That's correct. He had a 9th place finish, so that's the bummer there for him. But he is coming. He's a great big kid on that bike, too, the big number 42, Nate Thrasher, up and over the tunnel jump. Amarine leading this thing. Thrasher now into the number 2 spot. And Buddy Heflat gives that thing the berries. He is ripping on that number 42 Kawasaki.
He's thrashing it, actually, is what he's doing, Wheels.
Totally.
He's actually thrashing it.
He's
totally thrashing.
He's literally thrashing the track right now.
Oh, and the track. Oh, come on, don't do that, man. These guys have worked hard. Don't thrash this track. He thrashed that hay bale in the second Moto. Look at Josh Varese in third, trying to stick with Thrasher. Headed into the long short shoot. Kevin, what a performance under pressure here for Amarine to try to get his first title and come out and get the early lead.
Yeah, how about it? He's never even been on the box, and he's just had quite the week. He is in the spot. 2-1-1 Moto scores. That'd be good enough for the championship. He's got a little bit of room to play with as far as the points go, too. Max Volan back in 5th, so Max is actually tied up with Joshua Varese with points there, Jimmy.
Yeah, Josh Varese. He kind of threw that one away in Moto number 2 as well, making a couple big mistakes, actually going down in Moto number 2. And Caden Amarine, no, he went down.
Amarine.
Yes,
They told us.
Amarine.
There you go. Remember his mom got on to us.
Exactly, Amarine. But in Moto number 2, Varese at one point was ready to take that Moto win, and he dropped it, but still got on the podium, which is a good place. But man, if he would have taken that Moto win,
that would have changed
Moto
everything.
Number 2, it would have gone into that final Moto where he could have. All he would have to do is beat Amarine, and it would have taken the championship away from him. But now he's going to have to work extra hard for it.
Bringing 4 announcers to you. We got Jimmy and myself up in the tower, Jason Wygant and Wheels down there on the remote right next to the starting line. Wheels, you had a chance to interview Greg from Rides Unlimited. Did you learn anything about the team, Wes? We got a pass coming up.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Nathaniel Thrasher, not messing around, going after Amarine. This won't affect the title, but will Amarine fight him for it?
Well, side by side. Thrasher makes the pass as they come across the finish.
All right, Thrasher just trying to prove he's the fastest guy, even if he doesn't get the title.
Oh, and Amarine, oh, that wasn't Amarine. My apologies.
He's
that
good.
was Max Volan almost going down over the Tunnel of Love.
Dude, Max Volan not getting the starts that he needs this week. Salvaged a couple motos early, but wasn't able to turn the starts around late. So he's trying. He's past the billboards. I just saw him turn. But he's got a long way to go. And he's got to get around Varese if he wants any shot at it. It's not over yet, though. It's an early in the moto. Yeah, so you got to talk, Wheels, our social media guy, got to talk to Greg, who runs that team that second-place rider Caden Amarine is on. That dude does a lot. I don't even know why. I don't even know why he helps these kids out so much.
Yeah, he just for the love of the sport, like he was explaining to me, he just wants to give back. He wants to, have a foundation for these kids that maybe are not start out as, they start out as like a top 5 in that 5 to 10 range, and then give them a structure so that they can be up toward the front. And I mean, it's obviously working out for Amarine here.
And what's cool is Thrasher was on that team last year, and that boost did help him get to this stage where now he's on Team Green. But Amarine not giving up. He almost had a shot at the lead again through those 10 commandments.
Yeah, he's right there on Thrasher. He's not letting up. He's kind of mixing up in his lines a little bit, too. It's good to see him not following, and even though it's late in the day, he wants to try different lines.
And that's the way this track has worked all week, where one wrong move or one right move, the way everyone has shaped this track up.
Man, it's so cool to watch Thrasher through those Rocky Mountain sand rollers. He's so tall and just manuals through there. It's pretty awesome to watch.
So they're rocky yet sandy at the same time. The Rocky Mountain sand rollers. Also Raymond Butts laying down there, that big jump. They go over Raymond's beard.
Has anybody checked on him, like give him some Gatorade or Rhino Power, anything?
He's got to run the Camelback like you, I would hope. I mean, it's a long week out there laying down being a jump.
I don't envy him at all.
Big thanks to Ray Butts for sacrificing himself, laying down on the racetrack to create an obstacle. If you ever saw Ray Butts, he's huge. He's actually bigger than any jump we can make with dirt. Over the Tunnel of Love here, right-hand turn, past the billboards. We got to check the times here. Is Voland or Varese, are they making up any ground, boys?
Volan's still back in 4th, and Varese still in 3rd. Really kind of just stuck in the same spots they've been, running 209 and a 208. Volan a 209, Varese a 208. 205, though, for Nate Thrasher. Holy cow, as he's out front, got a 2.5-second lead over Amarine.
Man, Racer TV guys, if you could pan back to this race between the number 19 Yamaha, Brandon Ray.
B. Ray, how about it?
Wyatt Liebeck and Christopher, that black, we're getting cut off on our screen here. And it is a all-out battle. They just went past the Yamaha mechanics area. There's a 3-way dogfight going on, but obviously not on the screen. I hope we can bring that up because they are battling tooth and nail.
They're fighting dogs out there, Weech?
Fighting like dogs and cats and tooth and nail.
Gosh, okay, I need to just stop talking about them until they come through on this section because
we are waiting for that battle.
Dicing right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw it with the naked eye. Rated R. My eyes are naked. Here they come. Here comes the cavalry.
There it is.
Dude, B-Ray, I met him a couple of years ago at Mammoth Mountain, and the kid was loading his own bikes up, throwing them up in the truck. His dad was just chilling out. He was not able to help him out, so he loaded the bikes, did the whole deal, man. Got a big, long mullet, just doing it Dirty South style, even though he's from California.
And it looked like Liebeck made a massive mistake there in the 10 Commandments, rolling through about half of them, and he lost ground on the Yamaha riders. But it's still a 2-way fight for that 5th place spot, that last spot in the top 5.
We got this awesome view. I cannot believe this is legit down here. This is a deck right next to the starting gate, and this is actually a full-functioning bar. This is actually a bar. I'm not even joking. That's not an exaggeration or play on words. It is a bar. We got cans of beer that folks can sit here in the shade.
Jason, check out this battle there. The leaders, again, are side by side. Amarine and Thrasher. They are literally what happened. Amarine takes it back over. He's got to be careful. Don't want to give up this championship. Thrasher doesn't mean anything.
Oh, we can see them now in front of us.
Let's hit.
We're watching that battle that you guys pointed out. Yeah, I can see them by the billboards now. Thrasher's coming after him, and Varese not too far back.
Swap over to the mechanics area right now because there's a battle out front with Amarine. And Thrasher going for the lead here in this one. I'm wondering what happened to Thrasher.
Yeah, he was 2.5 seconds out front of Amarine, but now things have changed big time as they work their way towards the 10 Commandments under the Red Bull Arch.
I don't know if you guys could see it on screen,
but
but
what are you seeing, Kevin?
whenever
Well, I'm seeing
Thrasher and
Caden
Amrine,
Amrine trying to hold on to this thing. Look at that. He has figured it out. Jason, again, this racetrack is so raceable. You can go forward, backwards, and get right back in it.
Amory, what is not to say about him right now? Not ever getting on the podium until he won the second moto of this class. So he's got a 2-1-1 going, and now getting himself back around Thrasher and pulling a lead.
Yeah, his parents are right here to the right of the tower, kind of watching his dad pace. Kind of a relaxed guy, not freaking out. I kind of dig that. Maybe that's not so calm under pressure, just not really very excitable.
Speaking of pressure, Nathaniel Thrasher trying to thrash his way past Amarine, but Amarine having none of it. He has fought off challenges all moto from Thrasher. Thrasher's going to try to sweep his way around the outside. Thrasher, tall, those long, lanky legs. Going to rip the outside line? No, he's going to cross rut.
Wow.
The legs work good in the rollers, not so much in the ruts.
Giant killers, the ride's unlimited, taking on Team Green Kawasaki's Nate Thrasher. They're like a privateer satellite team taking a full-on factory ride there. Here comes Thrasher on the inside, and he makes the pass for the moment and solidifies that pass by stealing the line. Amory going to try to dive back underneath him, Jimmy.
Running on the inside, Amory trying to make it happen right before the finish line, but Thrasher's going to cross the stripe on this lap and lead lap number 5 around. But Amory, he is not done yet. He is going to try to keep him in sight. Amory doing the right thing, Kevin. He needs to keep on focusing forward, and that way he can just stay in the moment and not make any mistakes. Keep it going because he's been riding great.
No doubt. He looks over to the right, spots the pit board. I guarantee you the Duke or Kyle Regal or one over there telling him, hey, man, take a breath, man. You stay in second. Let him go. It's hard to tell a kid that, though. You tell a 13-year-old kid to just be cool. Let this guy beat you.
Hey, Kevin.
You know, a lot of times, though, you want to stay in the moment. You want to just keep the flow going because Amory, he's been riding great. He hasn't been making mistakes. I think Kyle Regal, he's got enough experience to know that. It'd be different if Amory, as he slices up the inside.
Look out. Thrasher's off the side of the track almost. Now they're in stereo side by side. Wow. This race will not go away.
And here's one of those lines that we were talking about, these switchback sections. Man, they make for such great racing. And Amory keeping Thrasher in check.
What do you got for us, Todd?
Oh, are you going to stop talking long enough so Weege and I can work, or what's going on? Anyway, I don't know if you guys have paid attention to Thrasher's corners. His entrance and exit speed into the ruts is just like super fast.
Yeah, that corner after the billboards of what we were watching, he'll be there about halfway around. He nails that thing. This is so bizarre to see a battle like this. Only on the Lorettas do you get a guy goes so much faster that he will catch you and pass you, then the other rider catches him, passes him back, then the dude catches him and passes him back. That's exactly what's happened. They passed each other 3 times. Right now it's advantage Thrasher, but I don't know how long it'll last. Amarine's already reeled him in once. Either way, he has the championship if he just sits in second. Varese and Volan not able to make up ground.
They bounce right in front of us here. That rough racetrack, just rough as a cob here. The 23 of Varese, you're right, still in the same spot. Volan tucked into the number 4 spot. As they come around for lap number 6, we'll take a ride with your front runner here, Caden Amarine. Over that big tunnel jump. Looks over to his right. Track is clear.
Here's those corners we're talking about, those deep ruts. Getting in and out. Yeah, not quite as clean. Amarine is what Thrasher's been able to do. But it's okay. He's still second, and that's enough for the title.
Looks like Thrasher's starting to pull it out a little bit. I think he has the advantage when it comes to the corners because he seems to be carrying more momentum into the corners, and they're therefore just railing the rut a lot faster, whereas it seems like Amarine might be hesitating just a little bit because of the rough track.
All right, these 10 Commandments have been problems for multiple riders here. They must be cupped out like you're saying, Jimmy, and lots of ruts across the bottom of them. That's the only thing I can come up with as to why these guys shoot left and right. You get out of a rut, kind of get all squirrely.
What happens late in the week like this, the ruts start forming square edges at the and then late in the day, after those square edges are formed, the dirt starts to get hard, so you're not getting any traction. You're just basically wheel spinning on the hard dirt, and it's grabbing the square edge, and as soon as your tire's spinning, hits that square edge, it shoots your rear end out. And that's why you see these guys having a hard time catching a rhythm through those sections.
Awesome. Great analysis there. Jimmy Albertson breaking it down for you in those. Kid's going to be good on a big bike. He reminds me of Jordan Smith, who was really big on his last year on the Super Mini, and he will have no problem, along with like kids like Jarrett Fry, who are also big on those 80s, of making that transition. Fry already said he's back home. They're chomping at the bit to go to the Mini O's on the big bikes this year.
Guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but looking at live timing, Volan's dropping huge on the.
Oh, Volan, who was one of our title contenders, it has come undone here. He did not come around on the previous lap.
That's a bummer. Yeah, we don't even see him inside the top 20. So Nate Thrasher now will jump into the top 3 with a 191 score. Man, that 9. What a bummer. Christopher Blackmere with 744 score sits fourth. B-Ray, my man, is going to get a 744, or excuse me, 12, 10, 5, and that's going to be good enough for 5th. A 12, a 10, and a 5. Good enough for 5th. How is that even possible?
Hey, 5th in the final moto, right?
Great.
He deserved it. He was 5th in that last time around the track, so we're just going to give him 5th place.
Holy
Brandon
cow.
Ray, yeah.
Top 5. You're going to have to stay the night, man. They were probably loading up, ready to go. No, nope. We got awards, buddy.
That's pretty cool out there. But Nathaniel, let's go back to that second moto when Nathaniel Thrasher, he had that thing in the bag, and then he goes down in the sand section, and there really wasn't that crazy sense of urgency to get back on the bike and start back forward. He actually had taken his goggles off, so got back out of the track, still got 9th place in that moto. If he could have just made it to like 5th.
That's correct.
You know,
that would be 5 more points, and that would put him in front.
It would drop, it would drop him down the board or up the board that much further. It would put him in the 2nd spot. Maybe not a championship, but at least make him climb up that leaderboard.
Crowd over here, you can hear the folks cheering. I love it, man. Hanging off the side of the fence, cheering for their favorite little mini senior 12 to 14 riders as we continue to watch here on lap number 7. Nate Thrasher, that's a bird's eye view of him coming through, lifting that front wheel. That's all you can do. You just got to lift that thing up, throw it right into the face of the next jump there. Look at him laying back on the bike.
There it is. Volan. I saw Talon Volan, the mechanic, and his dad doing the walk of shame from the mechanics area past the podium to get over to the side of the track where Volan's bike has let go. So he had made it to 4th. Wasn't really making up much ground, but he did have a shot at the title going into this moto. It is over for Max Volan. Good work by the camera crew there to track that number 11 down just like his dad did. I don't know why, but Talon Volan will always run the jeans out here. 110 degrees if it gets that hot. It's been nice this week. But I've seen it when it gets sweltering out here. He's working, man, running the blue jeans, Talon Volan, and had to do that long walk over to that broken motorcycle. Man, we have seen a ton of mechanical problems, dude.
Same thing. I was thinking the exact same thing. A lot of guys having issues.
Daxton Bennick had that title ripped away with 2 laps to go in the 65 of the bike problem. Jasmine Canfield of the bike problem down the stretch. And now we see right in front of us 2 laps to go. Poor Talon Volan pushing the bike back to the pits. And he gives the pit board to Maximus, so he has to carry that himself.
Feet off the pegs. Did you see that, Jimmy? Nate Thrasher, man, barely kept it on 2 wheels.
Man, Nate Thrasher, though, he has put in an incredible moto. Really has had an incredible week, minus that one mistake he made in the 2nd moto. But to go back, looks like on our screen we have Max Volan down there. They're kind of showing each other, trying to figure out what's wrong with the bike. But, man, those jeans are looking great on Talon Volan, just a champion in his own right. But anyways, with the whole Max Volan thing, when I see a crash happen with Max Volan, or the Max Volan dropping down the leaderboard, I'm just glad that it's not a crash. You know, when I see a broken bike, I love that. You know, if we're going to have to choose one or the other, I'm like, oh, thank you, the bike broke. Because let's face it, they can fix the bike, no problem. They bring it back to life. That thing fixed in 30 minutes.
Hey, Jason and Wills, you guys can probably speak to this, at just how safe this racetrack has been all week long from the way they prepare the start. They plow it, and then they flatten out going in the first turn. I love all the little things that if you really pay attention to how they prep this racetrack to keep all these riders with all these different abilities, ages, and skills safe racing the same racetrack.
Hey, yeah, Wills, you're down here. You get the front row view to the first turn with this deck that they built down here, which, again, it's shaded. It's got the TV screens. It's got our audio. It's got ceiling fans. It's got an extra large fan. It's got an ATM machine. It's got timing and scoring on another screen. And
real live fans behind us.
Real live fans and a full functioning bar. You can come here and buy yourself a can of beer and watch the racing. Anyway, you also get a great view of the first turn I think I've seen maybe 2 first-turn crashes in 100 motos.
Yeah, I haven't. You know, I've been sitting here. I've watched just about every gate drop from this spot, and I've not seen a lot of pileups in the first turn. A lot of first-turn crashes. When on the motos where riders do go down, it's usually just 1 or 2. We don't have those big pileups, and I think that's just because of the way, you know, the track, how wide the start straight is, and the way that they keep it worked and keep it watered and stuff. It doesn't get super sketchy. So props to the track crew for keeping the start straight on par for sure.
That's one of the big goals of the track workers, to make the track difficult, to make it slow. And we've been pretty good this year as far as safety is concerned. They try to churn the dirt up as deep as possible. That bogs the bikes down. That's going to slow them down. And then when you put in all these obstacles like ruts and bumps, you know, I say it all the time, man, that billboard section is just a straightaway. That's all it is. But it's so rough, they can't get any speed up.
You could almost skim them like Supercross whoops. They're that gnarly
Almost
right
at
now.
that point. Yeah, let's get one of these dudes in here. Let's have a whoop skim demo. Get somebody like Chad Reed on in here, or Davey Millsaps, or one of these guys. A whoop skimming demo.
Jimmy, Kevin, can we get you guys anything while we're down here?
No, I'm good. Jimmy is going to get some food, so he will probably jump up there and join you. But we continue to watch here on the 9th lap. It's got to be the white flag lap here for
Yeah,
Nate
man, it's over.
Thrasher. It's done.
Half a lap to go. Nate Thrasher's going to win the moto. So, man, what do you think? We're here with Wheels, our social media guy. Is he going to be happy or sad? Because he's going to be thinking about the one that got away.
I think it's a feeling of redemption because of the mishap he had in the last moto, but it's also a feeling of, dang it, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that Moto 2 was so costly. But these kids are just trying to put themselves on the map, prove they have what it takes for the next level. That's the real goal. And Nate Thrasher is definitely a player now, but he's not going to come home with the championship. Kevin, what about Caden? Hadn't ever even finished on the podium in a moto when this week began in his career, and with the pressure on to try to deliver a title, got the whole shot and did it in this moto. That's not easy.
Yeah, that's going to definitely open the eyes of other teams. And Greg from Rides Unlimited better open up that checkbook if you want to keep this guy. It's like having a great season now. You're a free agent, huh? Caden Amrine, you can go anywhere you want, man. Greg's taking good care of you, though. I'm sure they're going to stay put. They're going to cruise down to the podium. I'm sure they are celebrating. They're throwing out $100 bills instead of confetti there. The richest team in motocross as they work their way down towards the podium. Caden Amrine, you did it, man.
I just watched Greg Geisler walk by with a fresh Rolex watch. He was taking it out of the box as we speak.
Boom. Signature Loretta Lynn's Rolex he had custom made, overnighted from Italy.
Loretta herself doesn't even have one of these. That's how
No, it's got her
prestigious
face on it.
I couldn't see it from this far away.
Checker flag continues to fly for the rest of the gang. Let's take a look at the top 10 brought to you by Lucas Oil. Miles Gilmore will finish up 10th. Jackson Craig 9th. Chase Prince will be 8th. Talon Hawkins 7th. Christopher Blackmere is 6th. 5th place, Wyatt Livet. And B-Ray gets up into the top 4, man. Brandon Ray, awesome job, buddy. Joshua Varese 3rd. Caden Amrine will be 2nd. He's the champ, though. And your moto winner, Nate Thrasher. Your championship picture looks like this. Caden Amrine will go 2-1-2 for the championship. Joshua Varese will go 4-3-3 for 2nd overall. And Nate Thrasher, 1-9-1 moto scores. Good enough for top 3. There is Nate Thrasher. He is pumped. There's Rob Fox. There's Dave Janoffi all in the mix there. There's Kyle from FMF, or excuse me, Joel. There's the EBR folks. Wow, man. Everybody in the house ready to congratulate a first-time champion, ready to pop the champagne on his first ever championship, Jason Wygant. That has got to be exciting. They're all smiles.
Dude, they are going crazy down here. Well, first we had to get Nate Thrasher on up there to celebrate the moto win, but this Rides Unlimited crew and Caden's family are going crazy celebrating this title.
And that pit board says it all. LL17 champ. Keep that pit board just like that. Don't write another thing on it. Put that thing in some glass. Hold on to it. So Kyle Regal, multi-time arena cross champ. He's down there in the mix there, helping out with the team. Greg Geisler opens up his wallet. There it is. Hands the wallet right over to Caden Amrine. Just give him the whole thing.
Wow, pin numbers, ATM cards, and all. Here it is, folks, your Moto winner. Not going to get the title because of a crash in Moto 2, but still a heck of a week. Let's hear it for Nate Thrasher. Well, it's got to feel good to get a little redemption here and get this Moto win at least.
Yeah, in the second moto, I was leading and just came through the sand sweeper and just foot slipped off the foot peg and hit the tough blocks, and foot peg got stuck in the tough blocks and couldn't get it out. So I ended up with a ninth in that moto, but I'm happy with this number 1.
Yeah, just explain to everyone there, because we did get that footage of Moto 2 on the Racer TV show. Were you trying to dig out and you just couldn't get out?
Yeah, I was so tired, and it was 2 laps to go, so I was digging out the foot peg and didn't get it out, and the lapper had to come over there and pull it out for me, and I got going, and just took my goggles off because they were so fogged up, and then had to ride with them out gone the whole race. So
feel good to come back and get this one?
Yes, sir.
Who do you want to thank, Nate?
I want to thank Team Green, Monster Energy, Kawasaki, Nihilo, Henson, 7, Alpine Star, Oakley Goggles, Bell Helmets, Pro Circuit Suspension, FMF, Lynx Motors, Henson, Ethica, MTF, my mom and dad, and the man up above. Thank you, everybody.
Nate Thrasher takes the Moto win. All right. And our next guest will be our 3rd place finisher, who I believe also has the whole shot. Let's bring him up, jammin'. Here he comes. Had 2 KTMs up front at the beginning of this one, and this guy ends up in 3rd, but he does get the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award to go along with this bronze medal. Let's hear it for Josh Farise. How'd that one go for you, Josh?
Oh, it went good. I got the whole shot. My dad packed the gate really nice. It was a little bit dry, but he dug up some good dirt, and I was coming around. I seen a kid in the corner of my eye. I think it was Caden, and I just held it on, and I knew I was going to drift out and make a mistake over that roller to go in there, but I took the chance. I took the whole shot, luckily, and went over the roller and dropped down to 2nd, and then Nate got around me in the back somewhere. I forget where he got me, but it was a good race. They're all riding good, and I heard Volan coming up strong behind me, and then I didn't hear him. I figured he went down or something. And then with 2 more laps to go, I was kind of getting a little bit tired, but I know I had to stay strong, and I took a look over my shoulder and saw there was no one there, so I didn't slow down too much to make mistakes, but it felt good.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank the Lord for keeping me safe, my mom and dad, my brother Hayden, Moto X Compound, Timmy, Matt, Jennifer, everyone over there. Thank you so much. And the Lord, FMF, KTM Orange Brigade, my grandma and grandpa, Dunlop Tires, Factory Connection, get me through those bumps. My Lynx Racing Motor, get me a whole shot, and Pro Taper, a Sherby's, W, Nihilo, Alpine Star, Alias, Scott Goggles, 6D, just everybody, all my friends and family, thanks so much.
There it is, 3rd place, Josh Farise. Got one more. Go ahead, Josh.
And for the peeps, and I want to dedicate this overall 2nd place to JD Sloan.
Cool. That's awesome. Good move right there. Class act all the way. And now we're going to celebrate. Breakthroughs still happen right here at Loretta's. Yeah, he's going to light it up. I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. Never happened. Well, you got to celebrate big time when you end up winning your first championship here at Loretta Lynn Ranch. Now, they tell me this young man had not even gotten on the podium in a moto until this week. He did it in the first one by getting 2nd, then he wins Moto 2, and under pressure gets out front in Moto 3, finishes 2nd, wins the championship. Let's hear it for Caden Amarine. All I was wondering was, how nervous must you have been last night to have this first-in-a-lifetime opportunity? How did you deal with it?
It was really nerve-wracking. I just tried to keep my nerves down and just focus on my race and get a good start. And I did get a good start, and I just tried to ride my own race and battled with Nate a little bit, and then he got me, and then I just kind of settled in and made sure I got the championship.
When Nate got you, though, you went back after him and actually passed him back. What was the deal? You just, if you can get a moto win, try to get it?
Yeah, it was be cool to get the moto win, too. But, yeah, we had a good battle, and it was fun, and he rode good, and glad to get this championship.
Oh, man. What kind of people you want to thank for this one?
My mom and dad, my sister, Duke, my mechanic, Kyle Regal for taking me to the line and all of his tips, Robbie Raynard for training me through the summer, and the whole Rides Unlimited team, Greg Geisler at Rides Unlimited, 7, Roger at 7, and Ethica, Garnet, 7MX, Bell helmets and Scott goggles, and the EBR suspension was really good out there, and their motors were fast, and Dunlop tires for hooking up great off the line, and that's it.
There it is, folks. For the first time, he is a national champion here at Loretta Lynn Ranch. He is Caden Amaron. There's Kit Bigelow from the AMA to hand over the #1 plate in Mini Senior. All right, you guys can take all the time you want up here. We're beginning to wind it down with some of the more experienced riders headed back out to the track.